going to be starting a series on Wayward, because, you know, there isn't really any... This is not a very well-known game by any standards. It's kind of low on that scale, I guess. There is a new update for this game that just came out, 2.0, I think it is. Well, it didn't really just come out. It was a long time ago, but it's the newest one so far as I know. And that update basically ruined the game for me, so I'm playing in 1.9.2 beta. This is the game, or the version that I've been playing in as long as I've known this game. So, I'm probably going to stick with it, I guess. And I've actually, before recording, I've had to go through multiple worlds and search around just to get this stuff that I have in my inventory right now. The 3 containers and the glass bottle there. Just because if you don't get a certain amount of stuff when you spawn in a new world that is randomly generated, by the way, and if you don't get fresh water, just like to the right of me and to the north of me on the map, you're basically screwed. The chances of surviving are really low. It's not like this game is really easy by any standards. It's difficult, especially for someone that's new. I consider myself probably an expert at this game, even though I haven't played it in probably a year or so. I'm still pretty good at it, I guess. I'll just have to get back to some of my skills. And I actually have the wiki up on my phone, too, because some of the crafting recipes, there's, you know, right over here. It just, basically, the whole game is full. Like you can see right over here, the game, it's full of crafting recipes and stuff. And more of these get unlocked as you go. I don't even think that's all of them right there. It's just loaded full of them. And so it's going to take you a long time before you even get close to finishing this game. I actually have finished it before on previous... I think I finished it maybe once before. And all that really happens is you win. It's not a very nice ending. They could have done that better. It's basically just a screen saying you completed the game. You just got to make kind of a boat and sail away, I think. That's about all you got to do. It's just kind of sail away on a boat, and then apparently you win from that, and then you're done. They really could work better on the ending. I'm not sure if in 2.0 they did better on it, but, you know. And great, I'm exhausted again, of course. Just great. I can't make nothing to bring my energy down. There's a lot of things that piss me off in this game. And just like behind me here, if you don't... That's basically the only way you're going to survive is by digging into the stone, because there's enemies that can fly through walls and trees. And I'm going to have to sleep in my bedroll.
Oh
I'm
no.
so tired.
Oh no. What's wrong with you?
So if you basically don't get a good secure place to hide for the night, you're probably going to die from all the enemies, and the enemies get harder as the game goes on too. Towards the end you'll see unrealistic enemies, which probably shouldn't be in the game, but they are. And towards the beginning it's pretty easy though. You can die, you can get... There's problems in the beginning too, because if you... For example, if you get poisoned, and then you don't have a band-aid, you don't have any medicine to cure it, you're basically screwed. You just have to be super lucky not to die from it, and then that's really the only way you'll survive from that. Which is one of the problems with the game. Definitely that's a huge problem. And I don't think the developer has ever sorted that out, as far as I know. But, you know, if I was working on this game, I'd update things more frequently, and I'd definitely make a best game around. And therefore, more people will play it. This version is free, by the way. I think the new one might cost. I think it might. I'm not 100% sure on that. You might have to check, but I'm pretty sure the new one might cost something. Could be free, though. I'm not sure what the guy working on it's doing, but... Let's see here, I can craft the medicinal water. So if I would get poisoned, I'd be able to survive. And there's another thing, if you bleed, too. If you end up bleeding from a fight, you're basically dead. Because if your bleeding doesn't stop by the time your health runs out, you're screwed. because you have to get cotton to make bandages, and cotton's super rare. Usually when you find it, there isn't enough to make one. So that's one of the problems too. If something happens to you early in the game, you're screwed because you have nothing to take care of it with. That's basically some of my complaints again. I'm just digging on the hill here because, like I said earlier, if you're stuck out in the wilderness by the trees, I've even barricaded myself in with trees one time, and the enemies can go right through them. Very unrealistic, even though this is a realistic game. There's a couple other examples of that too, like a game called The Forest. That's supposed to be a realism game, but they're adding so much unrealistic stuff to it, it's starting to get terrible. I might even do a video on that in the future, I don't know. And what the hell is hurting me? My hands are hurting. Oh no! Oh no, equip a knife. Man, what the hell, is this guy a wimp? I guess he did just get stranded, he's not very familiar to this, I don't know. I am though, I've been playing this for a while. For years, I guess you could say. Not that many years, but for years, I guess. What should I do next? Keep digging, I guess, because that's the best thing you can do. I do have the wiki on my phone here. Just because there's so many recipes, if you don't know how to get one thing to complete a recipe, you're screwed. You gotta go to the wiki, which I'm glad they do have one. Oh, great, I'm overweight and my stamina's dying. Chuck all the stones on the ground. Not those stones. God. Okay, what can I do? That's what I do with all the sharp stones, by the way. I just make them into knives. It's really about all they're good for. Because they last longer, too. I think if you make them into knives, they last longer than if they're just regular sharp stone. Should probably make a fire pit. What? There's so many stones here. And all those good... Basically, these stones right here, all they're good for is basically for ammo. That's all these small stones are good for. The big ones are the ones that are actually worth something. You can actually do something with the big ones. And I gotta rest again because I'm exhausted. God dang. I do have a weight thing at the bottom there too. You can see I'm 62 out of 63 pounds, I'm assuming. That does go up over time. But it takes a really long time for it to do that. And that's another complaint I have. You do get more agile, it says, and you know, level up as you play it and stuff. Like at the bottom I got talent and stuff. I got all these skills up in the corner you can see too sometimes when they come up. When you craft something or you do something. Like mining just increased. You got all these skills. And I'm carrying too much weight. Of course, just drop something, man. The logs are super heavy, so drop all them. I'm gonna make a campfire as soon as I break this thing down. But you do level up after you play the game for a while. It does take a long time though. Another complaint, it's just the level up. And when you do level up, you usually get negative effects of that. Like it says your metabolism slows. And then you basically, your thirst and your hunger down at the bottom, just, they I don't know, get bigger. From, like my thirst there, 17, 8 out of 17, that'll go up to maybe 18, 19, 20. Which isn't really a good thing, because, you know, if you get really low, it takes more to get you back up to full. So, I'm going to make a door. I don't care if I'm exhausted. I don't even care. You know, I only lose 1 health every time I do that, so I really don't care. I'm gonna have to rest again! Because the stamina, it does, you can just stand in place and press the space bar, and you'll regain health, but that takes a long time, and I really don't have time for that. So, I'm not sure how long I'm going to go with this series. I might just go a couple episodes, I don't know. Do not have any tinder. Let's make some tinder, because I gotta purify that water. That's a top priority, too. If you don't have enough water purified, you're screwed. Food isn't really a problem, because you can grow stuff. Stop failing to start the fire. There you go. Purify some of that crap. I'm just gonna drink. I might as well. For some reason that gives you food back. Makes you full, I suppose. And you see, when I take the fresh water, the whole thing disappears. It's not infinite like the sea. Like the seawater is, you take one away and it's gone forever. It's a problem too. I really don't want this to be a complaint video, but I am mentioning some problems with the game. I'm not sure if any of these have been fixed in the 2.0 update. I'm not going to check either, because that update is not very good. I'm going to craft a water skin, which is one of the most important things to do again. Not a water skin, stone water still. You can distill water. I'm not sure if that works for seawater, though, because if it does, then we'll be in good shape, because we'll have infinite water from the sea. But if it doesn't, I'm going to have to make the solar still, which requires a sheet of glass, which takes forever. But we'll see how long I continue this series for. In my low quality, cheap recording software, it only goes to 15 minutes, so of course. And I can't get anything better than that without paying, of course. And I'm very poor, so I can't, you know, it's a hard life, I guess, as they say. Keep mining back in here. Hurry up. Remember, I took a pole, a string. It should be down here somewhere because I played the game before. A lot of these aren't unlocked when you first play. You know, you gotta unlock them as you go. Here it is. I just need a container. So basically all I need to do is drink one of my waters, which I don't want to waste, but what is the durability here? That one's 28. Drink that one. Make the stone water so don't fail. Cause I am just low on materials here. There we go. And with that, you can pour water into there, and then light a fire under them. When the fire goes out, your water's good. You know, it does use resources every time. Unlike the solar still, where you can just, it only works during the day, but it uses no fire resources, so they both got their advantages and disadvantages, I suppose. There's multiple ways of, you know what, I'm just gonna cook the spider while we're at it here. Eat him too, because he's falling apart. Says he's in very bad shape, apparently. Keep digging down, because it's the only thing I can do. I'm gonna have to set up base right near this water, because there was actually a different place. There was actually a pre-built house. So you can find abandoned houses around the place too. Because there's ones that are, you know, abandoned from people who live there. A lot of them, if you're unlucky, or you'll run into a skeleton inside of one of them, and you'll basically probably die. But the one I did find didn't have a skeleton in it. It actually had a water skin in it, which I used to make the stone still there. And so I could have used that for a house, but it was nowhere near any water, so. And what is so heavy here? The knives? The sticks don't weigh that much. What the hell is weighing me down? It's the still. What the hell? Is that a wall? Why am I carrying a wall? Oh, that was from breaking into the house I found earlier. Just chuck that down, and there we go. Now I'm down to 44 weight. Great. I'm gonna have to clear a spot here for the still, and I'm gonna have to expand my cave here too. It's gonna have to get way bigger. My mining skill's gonna get better, but you know, it's gonna take a long time. But I guess I do have plenty of time when I'm not working, or stuck at you-know-where all day. And I have armor, but I'm not wearing it. Great. Put it on. Used to have some armor. My defense is up to 3. Which is not very good. You can get way better than that. But at least it's something to start out with. Usually if you start out with at least one piece of armor, you're in pretty good shape.